Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions for you guys. I believe these products are new. I haven't really seen any videos or anything about these yet. So yeah, what I have here is the Annabelle custom highlight drops. These I believe are supposed to work just like the Cover FX drops, and I'm just going to assume they only have two shades. There were only two shades in my local store at my local shoppers, but yeah, this is the first time I've seen these, so maybe in some other stores they have other colors. I'm not sure. And by the way, I'm so sorry if you hear any noise from outside. I'm trying to just take advantage of the light, and just the fresh air. But there's definitely some construction going on down the street, and there's birds, a lot of birds that make a lot of noise. But yeah, I haven't even opened the packaging yet, so I really wanted to give you guys a true first impressions. I didn't want to watch any videos yet or anything. And I believe Annabelle is a Canadian brand, which might be the reason why there aren't really any reviews or many reviews, because a lot of the time it's American YouTubers that really get to stuff really quickly because a lot of products release there first. So yeah, let's just gonna rip open the packaging. And yeah, I'm not sure about the pigmentation of these, but I have tried the Cover FX ones before. I wish... Actually, I'm going to grab mine. I have a really small deluxe sample size I want to show you. So I grabbed mine. Mine is this, it's super tiny. This is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. Is basically the same thing. This one's in Moonlight, which now that I think about it, this is basically a rose gold. So maybe I can compare this with the Aurora one, which is also a rose gold from Annabelle Cosmetics. So yeah, we're just going to kind of do a side-by-side comparison, maybe on the back of my hand. And of course there's also Sunrise, which is gold. I don't know if I already said this, but yeah. What I am going to do is actually do the rest of my face like usual, and then kind of get back to you guys maybe. I don't know. Let's swatch them first and then we'll talk, okay? So I'm just going to take, I'm just going to test out the drop. These look like they might be a little thicker. I don't know. Let's just... I hate it when the holes are like okay. I feel like the holes are sometimes a little too small, so it's really hard to reach. Like, put this back in without making a mess. And there's a lot of noise. Anyways, what I'm going to do is do one drop near my knuckles and one near my wrist. The wrist one will be from Cover FX one. So I'm just going to do one drop. One drop of this stuff, kind of like these kind of products, like this kind of product, will be, it goes a long way. Like, look at that. That's a lot. That's like way more than what you would need for if you were highlighting just your cheekbones or anything. So this is what we got here. You probably can't see. I will definitely zoom you guys in and show you guys in a bit. And then right beside it, I'm going to use the Cover FX. I do kind of prefer this kind of dropper. This one is one of those you press it down and you and it picks it up. I like these more, where you can just pinch it and it's based off of just kind of air suction. So just gonna put a little bit. Okay. Immediately I see a big difference. I wish I had two cameras to show you, but this one's definitely a lot more metallic. And what I'm gonna do is kind of blend it out. So what I will show you right now is the Cover FX one is definitely a little more pigmented just from this little swatch, and I think I've had a little less product there was a little less product that came out of the dropper for this one. So definitely a lot more pigmented. Color wise, this one is a little more metallic, as I already said right from the get-go when I put the two drops. But it's not too bad. Like, as a comparison, they both look gorgeous. They're both rose gold and I love it. But this one is a little more sheer. It might be just because I spread it out more. I don't know. But this one is a little more peachy. This one's a little more pink and this one's a little more peachy. This is just a little bit darker. I don't know if I said, but the Cover FX one is in Moonlight. But yeah. So they both look great. I love them. You can mix this stuff with a foundation. So you know what, for the sake of this, Let's do one side of my face mixed with the Cover FX drops. The foundation I'm going to use for this video is the L'Oreal True Match foundation. This one is in W4. This is one of the foundations I love and I've gone back to. I've gotten a couple of bottles, you know, it's just one of the good ones. Okay, so we're just going to prime my face like usual, and I'm going to do every step that is not my foundation before I see you guys again. I look a little crazy right now. All I did was color correct under my eyes, but haven't put on my actual kind of brightening concealer, so it looks a little pink. But yeah, let's get going into the foundation. What I'm going to do is I have a little kind of plastic palette to mix my foundation. I'm just going to go with my usual amount-ish. Oop, that's a little much. I always kind of go a little too overboard when it comes to pouring my foundation for some reason. So, yeah. What we're going to do is I got all this foundation on my finger. We're just going to wipe it off. I usually just put it on my face, but the thing is I was planning to mix this time around, so I don't want to put anything on my face yet. So what I'm going to do is I got this, a whole bunch of foundation. I like to layer to get more coverage, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just kind of pressing it, hoping to get a little more product in there. There's a lot of product that goes in, but I'm just kind of going for it. It says use alone as a highlight on face or body, or you can mix it with your foundation. Yep. It does say shake well. I did shake it quite a bit before, but let's give it another go. And we're just going to, I don't know how many drops to do. I didn't read anything about this, so we're just kind of going on judgment. Let's go for like a lot of glow, shall we? So far I did 4 drops. I don't know if this will alter the color of my foundation or if it's even enough for such a large amount of foundation. It does look like it's making a little bit of a difference. Let's kind of go with a little more. More glow is never too much, right? I know there is too much glow at one point. It's just like it gets overwhelming, but let's go for it because this one's usually a bit of a natural finish. So what we're going to do is get a little more luminosity out of the finish already. I wish I had some just plain matte foundation so I could like really show you, but this is all I got for now. What I'm going to use to blend my face is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. This is a favorite of mine, very inexpensive. We're just going to dot my foundation like usual. And I am actually just looking into a mirror. As you can see, even if it's not giving me a lot, I don't know if it's giving me a lot of luminosity because I can't really see this side as much. It's a little darker because that's away from the sun. But the foundation itself though, there's a reason why I love this foundation. It has great coverage. It just evens out your skin tone so quickly. I struggle with acne, as you can see on my face. I have a lot of acne scars. Not as much acne now, but just a lot of scarring. And this kind of foundation, like this one, the Clinique one, they all do a great job of just covering up what I need it to cover. So, just kind of blending down my neck. I'm just kind of going from here. And I think there's more of a glow. I am not entirely sure. And we're just gonna keep going. And just into the hairline, these are steps that are very standard and usual. You just kind of need to blend all over your face. You don't want to miss any spots. Just kind of and then just kind of buff on the areas I don't need as much coverage. I usually only kind of do patting motions if I really need the coverage on the area, such as my jawline. My cheek area is not as bad now. I used to need a lot of coverage there. And just very light coverage on my nose. I don't like too much product on my nose because I feel like once you sweat and like if you're going out and you got sunglasses on, it's just going to slip and slide around, so we're just going to do this. I didn't do this side of the nose yet. And I poured way too much product. Of both, probably, so. Yeah, I'm just going to try to use more layers on my chin. That's where most of my problem areas are, really. And just keep patting more, just only on the areas I need. I try not to cake up way too much, but. And yeah, I think that is it. I'll be honest, it looks like that I wouldn't want to really use this as an all over for my face, just because it looks like I'm getting like, it would just slowly emphasize the areas I'm trying to cover, because any kind of shimmer just kind of brings more attention to it, right? So maybe that's not the best idea that I've ever gotten, but you know. Anyways, while we let this kind of dry before I set everything or even do the face highlight part, let's go play with Gleam. This straight up in the bottle looks very white, like very light, like, but well, let's give this a try, okay? Back of my hand still got a little bit of residue, but not gonna make a huge difference. Gonna do one drop. And we're just going to take a clean finger, kind of, well, no product left, and we're just going to kind of swipe it down. Ooh, girl! This one is very different. This one kind of, when you look at it, it looks basically white, and as soon as you blend it out, it turns just gold, straight up gold. It looks really nice, actually. Would I use it for my highlight today, though? Maybe we will. Just give both a chance, you know? So, what would I apply it with? Probably just, usually I might just kind of use a sponge, I don't know, or your fingers. What we're going to do is I'm going to, highlight my under eyes first, because it's too dark, way too dark. What I'm using is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is an absolute favorite. I've gone through multiple of these. They saved my life, basically. My under eyes are so bad. These are basically the only thing that really helps. What I sometimes do, which is what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to use my foundation brush and kind of pat it in, because I'm lazy. Strictly because I'm lazy to grab a new beauty blender or sponge at this moment. I have backups, I just don't feel like grabbing it. So I'm just going to try to go as gentle as possible while still going as deep as possible. What you're going to see now is that we're going to do something really weird. The issue with my under eyes is the way my shape, the eye shape and everything is. It's very easy for my under eyes to crease. So what we're going to do is be very precise when it comes to setting my under eyes, because I'm going to set my under eyes first, but you want to be careful not to get your cheekbones like too far, because then you're going to reach the highlight territory, which then really ruins it because you're using a liquid product. I'm just going as close to my eyes as possible. Just over there. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to lightly just start patting a bit of product on my nose and T-zone, because I get really oily there. So yeah, now we're gonna use the actual the highlighting portion of this. What we're going to do is, ooh girl, I got some on my legs. Anyways, yeah, lots of product left on my board. Anyways, I'm just gonna use a little bit of the corner. Let's put just a drop. I know this stuff goes a long way. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna use my finger, tap it in, just kind of blend it out a bit on the board so there's like more surface area, because I don't want too much precision is not good for me here. So what we're just gonna do is I'm just gonna tap, 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 tap. Okay. And sorry, I'm just turning away from you guys because I need to see. But you probably can't see what I'm doing, but trust me, once we bring it to lighting, you'll see everything. I feel like that kind of disappeared on my face. You think so? I'll take a picture later, but I feel like it just kind of disappeared on me. Like, at least the gold did. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Let's use the rest of the product and just kind of pat it on. I'm trying to focus mainly just near my cheekbones. I feel like it's kind of disappearing on me. I don't think I really set this part of my nose. Maybe I can give it a try. Like, I know I went too ham on that, but it's okay because it can blend out. I'm really trying to get the full effect of what would happen. I'm so sorry if I know I look completely different than the clip before, but my camera battery died, so while I was waiting for it to charge, I just had to quickly finish up the rest of my face and did not set the powder, any contour, or do any of that on my cheeks yet, just so I can continue to review this product or kind of give you my first impression. Anyways, I'm just gonna quickly recap for myself. What I remember is that I said that this product seemed to not be giving me a lot of impact. I can see that there's a glow to my face. I can see it, but it's not as I expected it to be, at least for the shade in gold. So what I am actually going to do is I'm going to try to layer it a bit. What I'm going to do is this looks kind of gross because it's dirty, but I'm just going to use a beauty sponge. That is the Real Techniques one. I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand because I put away my palette. And I'm just going to use this to pat it in instead and see if I can get better impact. What I don't like is having a complete really harsh line, which maybe I'm blending mine out too much. By using the sponge right now, immediately I see there's a bit more of a punch to it. This is by far not a glittery highlight, but it is definitely a very glowy highlight. I mean, they call it highlighting drops. They don't call it, they are not very specific on the type of glow, so you know what? With a sponge, it's not too bad. I'm just going to go in again here. I am definitely using more product than before though, just for this area. I'm just kind of going across the top. I usually tend to, in order to kind of settle everything back down, I go back over with a little bit of powder. Matte powder, setting powder, you know? It definitely looks gorgeous on the hands, and I don't know what you guys can see, but it doesn't look too bad. Honestly, I do like the glow now, but before with just fingers, it was not working out. You need something very dense that can still pick up product, but at the same time, I guess absorb product so it can still help you blend all at the same time. So I definitely like that. What can I say? I'm just gonna quickly turn my body so I can see completely in the natural lighting. Ooh, girl's got a very impactful highlight right now. I went a little ham, to be honest. I like it. I think I like it. At least for now. Whether it's going to stay the whole day, that's a different thing. That's something that I must probably check in with you guys after in like the description box or something, or another time if I suddenly decide that I hate these or something, you know, I'll let you guys know. But right now, I do like it. The birds are going absolutely crazy. It's like they're telling me to shop. It's like, stop. Anyways, let's finish up the rest of my face a bit. I didn't really put any blush on. I'm just going to go very light-handed with this and go just a little under. And just a little. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Party. And I don't know if they actually just sell this. This is really small. This is from the birthday gift. And it's just such a nice light color right now that I like it for my spring and summer. I think I like it. I think I like it right now, as of right now. But later on, I don't know. Maybe if this doesn't completely work out by itself, maybe I would try setting it with a powdered highlight. Like, does it make my highlight last longer? Because by the end of the day, your powdered highlight might kind of slowly start to fade, you know? So I'm just going to give it a try, give it a couple goes with different application techniques. I've kind of tried 2 today. My face is still pretty glowy. I did set it with a very matte powder, the Coty Airspun, which may be why my face seems to have like kind of toned down. So yeah, I personally won't be using it to mix with my foundations because that's not the way I like to do it, because I like my face fairly matte usually, other than my cheekbones or anywhere that I'm trying to highlight. So that's just personal preference. I'm sure you guys can give it a go. So far, I think I would recommend this. Pigmentation wise, it's fairly up there. Value wise, there is 10.6 milliliters, so I'm just going to quickly search out how much comes with the Cover FX one. And I totally forgot to mention, but the price of this is $9.99 Canadian, at least at Shoppers. And so, oh my, okay, so the Cover FX Enhancer Drops come with 15 mils of product, so so it's about 4.4 milliliters more. And I'm saying about because, let's be honest, it's not going to be completely exact or anything. So just about 4.4, let's say around 5 milliliters more. But the price of the Cover FX ones in Canadian dollars is $52. So I would definitely give this a go. Maybe they have more shade selections. I don't know. I'm going to definitely go and kind of look around. But for $10, this is great because there's 10 mils. So like, basically this is like $5 per 5 mils. Whereas the Cover FX one, $52. That's a difference of like $12 per mil. So that's a lot. It's a big price difference. And like, if you like this, definitely give this a go. In fact, there was a tester in the store for Gleam, so I did kind of see what this would be like. Definitely no tester for Rose Gold. It was the last bottle, in fact, so maybe everyone got attracted into Rose Gold. But you know what? I do like it. I do see a gold. I do see everything. It's great, and it's fairly inexpensive. So that's a thumbs up for the drugstore for now. What I'm going to do right now is just quickly kind of set my face, or just spray it down so it feels less cake or powdery. It's not really cakey, but I like to put a lot of powder. So But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know if it was helpful to you guys. I'm very sorry that the birds are going crazy outside right now, but yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I just wanted to quickly give you guys an actual like zoom in look. So can you see the glow? It's very glowy.